If you're feeling stuck starting, building, growing your small business, there's a chance that you've got a playlist in the back of your head that's holding you back. Those are your self-limiting beliefs. Now, all of us play recordings in the back of our heads, and they create the way we see reality. And sometimes that forces us to just stop, and it gets us stuck. So here are the top 10 self-limiting beliefs, how you can recognize them, and what you can do to overcome them so that you can unblock yourself and have a lot of success, all that success that you're dreaming about. Let's get started with this. The very first one is, I'm not good enough. Now, that's the feeling of inadequacy, comparing yourself to others, and that can lead to lack of confidence and self-doubt. What you want to do is recognize and challenge that negative self-talk. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, I'll never succeed at this, replace that thought with, I'm capable and I have the skills to tackle this challenge. You want to focus on the strengths and your achievements. So what you could do is make a list of accomplishments, stuff that you've done just recently or even a while back. Things like successes that you've had in school, perhaps, projects that you've completed, recognition that you've received. Just make a list of all of those things. Those are things that prove you actually have the skill set to move yourself forward. Now, what this does is it helps you embrace a growth mindset. Skills and abilities are things that are developed over time. They're not something that we're just all born with. For instance, if you're afraid of, say, public speaking, you can enroll in Toastmasters, a local speaking group, take a public speaking course, something to enhance your skills. Now, you might have heard the phrase, fake it till you make it. I don't subscribe to that at all. In fact, I think that demeans the feelings that you have and what you need to do to overcome that. In my experience, it's much better if you practice till you make it, not fake it till you make it. Practice instills confidence. Faking it instills imposter syndrome. I'm afraid of failure. Fear of failure can prevent you from taking risks and pursuing your goals. If there's one belief that stops people before they even start, it's this one. You might say in your head, because we don't usually say these things out loud, you might say in your head, I don't want to fail. I don't want to risk others watching me fail publicly, so you don't even try. Let's work to get over this one right now. Reframe failure as learning. You want to see failure as a way to learn, to grow. It's an opportunity to learn lessons rather than become a permanent setback. There's something called SMART goals. These are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time sensitive. Break these goals down into manageable steps, making it easier to overcome fear and help you actually take the action that's going to take you forward. For example, if your goal is to write a book as a way to market your business, break that down into smaller tasks like outlining chapters, writing a certain number of words each day. When I wrote my first book, I recorded what I wanted to say in each chapter, and I did that once a day, and that enabled me to write a lot faster. The other thing to do here, and this is pretty important, is to celebrate your progress. It doesn't mean you have to go out and crack a bottle of champagne or anything like that. An example of this could be acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small they seem. Make a list, write it down, saying, this is what I accomplished today. It's almost like a daily journal. I don't deserve success. This is the belief that success or happiness is for other people. It's reserved for them, not for you. It sounds counterintuitive to have this belief, especially if you're starting a business, but it's very common. If you catch yourself thinking things like, boy, $1 million, yeah, that's for those other well-known people out there, it's not for me, that's a signal that you have this limiting belief. What you want to do is challenge the origin of that belief and try to make that mental change in your mind. Examine the reasons why you have this belief. Question its validity. For example, if you grew up hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees from your parents, remind yourself that this was their belief. This does not have to be your belief too. If you feel that you don't deserve success due to past failures, remind yourself that everybody makes mistakes, and those mistakes, those experiences lead to growth. What you're doing here is you're trying to visualize success. Close your eyes, picture yourself achieving your dream, whether it's running a successful business, earning a promotion, having a fulfilling relationship. Embrace that feeling of accomplishment. The other thing you want to do here is surround yourself with positive influences. Seek out support from friends that you trust, people that you know will support you and not try to say comments that may make you feel like you don't deserve that success. The other way you could do this is find other organizations, nonprofit groups that you can connect with people. They're often very supportive too. One other thing is group coaching works like a charm. I've personally been part of group coaches for the better part of 15 years, and I've found them to be immensely helpful in helping me achieve things that I didn't think were possible. This one will get you every time. It's not perfect yet. Perfection is the enemy of getting things done. That's a modern take on Voltaire's quote, "The perfect is the enemy of the good." Striving for perfection will paralyze you. It fills you with self-criticism and a fear of making mistakes. So instead of beating yourself up over getting something just perfect, say something like this: let's move forward with what we've got right now, and we can learn and grow later. Focus on progress, not perfection. Measure your success by the effort that you're putting in, not on getting a flawless outcome. For example, if you're learning a new skill like SEO, search engine optimization, you want to use that to find new clients, celebrate the progress that you make along the way, such as identifying your ideal keywords or writing a new educational article for content SEO. You can always update that article later. And by the way, updating it is actually a really good SEO practice. I don't have enough resources. This is the belief that you don't have enough time, money, connections, or opportunities to succeed. I'll be honest, this one is usually an excuse for not getting what you want. So let's fix this right now. First thing is to create a resource plan. Identify what you need and make a plan to get it. It's really that simple. For example, if you're starting a business, write down exactly what you need, such as funding, skills or training, and tools to run your business. And if you don't have the money to get everything that you need right now, prioritize. Figure out what you need to do to get to the next step. And then as you chart out the steps to get a paying customer, you can use the money that you get from the invoices that you've sent out to actually fund getting to the next step, and then just keep repeating that process. You want to be scrappy and find alternatives. For example, if you lack the funds for an expensive marketing campaign, look at other alternatives like social media marketing, content creation, or collaborations with people or companies who are not your competitors, but who sell to the same markets. There's a way to overcome this limiting belief in 30 days. Get an accountability buddy. Setting up regular meetings with a trusted partner can help you stay on task. Just call someone who is not a competitor, but whose personality gels with yours. Avoid picking a close friend who you socialize with, because what you want here is a professional relationship for accountability. That's hard to do with social friends. Call or email them and just ask if they'd be interested in an accountability buddy system where each of you tells the other what you plan to accomplish in the next 30 days. Book a time on your calendars and then spend 30 minutes giving each other a debriefing and ask for advice. This technique plays a psychological trick on you. When you have to tell someone your progress by a fixed date, you get it done because you feel ashamed to give them excuses. You don't want to do that. You'd be surprised how this simple technique can double, triple, even quadruple your productivity. I've personally used this method for many years, and it helps me get a lot more done. There are many other self-limiting beliefs that hold us back. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm afraid of what others think. I always struggle. Nothing comes easy. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. I can't change. Overcoming these beliefs takes time, takes discipline, and a process. It's not something that just happens automatically overnight. Changing your mindset, which then changes your behaviors, works best when you start to recognize self-talk. Being part of a coaching group or having a steady accountability buddy will help you spot patterns that you're repeating. These are the patterns that are holding you back from progress. Unblocking yourself from limiting beliefs is an achievable goal. Every small step that you take toward overcoming these beliefs leads to big transformations and a more fulfilling life. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, click like and subscribe to learn specific tactics to create a thriving business. I'm Raj Khera. I'll see you soon.